New technologies have been driving the woodworking industry for the past several decades. Many of these technologies are rapidly changing the way we manufacture furniture, cabinets, millwork, and fixtures. We caught up with John Murphy of KCD Software recently at AWFS in Las Vegas to talk about the impact of technology on the woodworking industry. Here are some of John's comments.
I'm John Murphy. I'm from KCD Software. We make software for the cabinet and closet industry. We do design software and building software. Well, our company we're very lucky. We're in a business that's moving technologically. It's going from traditional woodworking methods to modern, high-tech woodworking methods. That means people are going to need software to drive their CNC equipment. We're right in the middle of that. What we're seeing is people that were building traditional woodworking methods, which realize can accurately and easily build something to maybe a 32nd of an inch accuracy, are switching to CNC machines driven by software such as KCD that can do it to a 1,000th of an inch. That's a game changer. All of a sudden, you can build cabinets now, and all types of woodworking, that are 10 times as accurate as previously. Everything fits together better, everything looks better, everything's stronger, and it costs less. You can't compete against that. What's happening in the high-tech woodworking industry is that everything is beginning to integrate together. It used to be that someone would make a high-tech tool and it had its own software to drive it, it had its own technology, it was a walled-in fence. They produced everything. That's not how it's happening now. What's happening is software such as KCD can connect to all of those CNC machines you see out on the floor. Programs like En-route can take those same CNC machines and do absolutely beautiful carvings and inlays, things that were so expensive in the past, only the incredibly rich could afford them. Now, you could have any inlay or any carving done on your piece of woodworking that you wished relatively inexpensively. It'd take a couple of hours for a CNC machine to do that. All of that integration is changing things. Our software now can take information from a program such as eTemplate. eTemplate uses lasers or high-tech photography techniques to measure the size of rooms and the straightness of walls and things like that. And they can send that information to KCD, and at effectively the press of a button, we can import all of that, the wall lengths, the windows, the doors, the plugs, the pipes, the bumps, everything, and have that in our software in a second, in much more accurate than you could do with a tape measure and a level, and there's no comparing the two, and that happens in 10 seconds in KCD.
So you're saying that integration is here now. It's not something we're waiting for in the future.
It's coming now. It's beginning. It's more than beginning. It's here, but it needs to grow more. But it is growing more. You can't run a modern technological business if you're not going to connect to the sister technology that's standing right next to you. It just has to happen, and it is happening. It will grow. From a woodworking professional, they are in a wonderful position at this moment. They're watching this industry change. We've been writing software for more than 30 years for the woodworking industry. And what we're finding is the people that are embracing technology can now take a program such as KCD and they can design a room full of cabinets to incredible precision and detail in 30 minutes. A traditional woodworker can't do that. They take their drafting board, it takes hours and hours and hours to draw them to as accurately as you can with a pencil. A modern woodworker can take that information and export it to a CNC machine and cut 100 high-precision parts in 2 hours. A traditional woodworker can't do that. It's impossible. Those parts that they just produced are to a thousandth of an inch or a couple of thousandths of an inch. Well, they can't do, a traditional woodworker can't do that. If a good woodworker can cut to a 32nd of an inch rapidly and repeatedly, they can cut to a 64th of an inch if they really take their time. A thousandth of an inch, just not happening. If you can make higher precision parts in less time, you have a better product. You know, people often say you're as good as the tools you use. Well, why not use the best tool?
As you look down the road, then, how can a traditional woodworker compete tomorrow if they're not adapting technologies?
There'll be niche markets where a few wealthy people will pay for handmade items. I'm a cabinet maker. I've been for a long time. I love to hand make something. It's beautiful and works nice. It's just fun. There will be a few people that will be able to do that, but it will be a very few. It's not going to be everybody that says, oh, I'm going to stay with my traditional methods. They're not going to. They won't be able to.
Can I ask you one more question?
Sure.
Do you have any idea how many hours of programming have gone into KCD Software?
Well, 30 plus years of generally 50-hour weeks by 3 or 4 of us. So whatever that adds up to, plus a lot of laying in bed at night thinking how you'll do it tomorrow. So I don't know, but I can tell you KCD has millions and millions and millions of lines of computer code. It's a big project.